So you kickstart it by hand and let it go. Finding a jellyfish was a bonus, but what I want is a venom sample from a stonefish. To increase my chances, I'll move the search further from shore and upgrade my diving gear. To aid in my search, I'm using a military-style rebreather. What this does is it takes the air I breathe in, recycles it, and lets me breathe it in again. So you're not expelling bubbles, therefore not making noise underneath the water. That allows me to stay underwater much longer, to sneak right up on animals, get the samples I need. Stonefish live in all the world's oceans, but there's no reliable estimates of their population numbers because of their superb camouflage. The Great Barrier Reef is actually 3,000 individual reefs and islands that cover an area larger than Texas. It's home to more than 6,000 species and countless hidden predators. This is a killer snail. A cone snail that delivers venom through a mini harpoon that breaks off in the target. It's fascinating, but it's not my goal. Little caves like this make perfect staging grounds for underwater predators. I can barely see inside there, but I have to check. That is a stonefish, but it's way bigger than I expected, and faster. If I lose sight of him, he could settle down and disappear right into the reef. Stonefish typically grow to just a foot in length, so this guy is close to record size. And with that camouflage, even up close, you can barely detect eyes or a mouth. The stonefish also excretes a foul-tasting toxin to detract predators. I need to get this guy back up to the boat to get a sample, but I've got to handle him carefully so those spines don't pierce my gloves. That is the biggest seriously venomous fish I've ever seen in my life. That's a huge stonefish. Some stonefish venom victims have set fire to their wound to try and limit the pain. Most fish are vulnerable out of the water, but not the stonefish. It has an exoskeleton that supports its gills, so it can survive on land for 24 hours. That comes in handy at low tide, and now. This thing is seriously deadly. If you get stung, that's not a joke. If you get envenomated by one of these spines on his back, it has been known to kill people. The toxins in his venom can cause grotesque swelling of limbs, and if left untreated, could shut down my lungs and heart. I just don't want to roll in my head. This could be hard.
Some fabric softeners.
Welcome to
Wild Recon, an all-new episode at a special time next Tuesday at 10, right after Venom in Vegas, an extraordinary 2-hour event at 8.
Only on Animal Planet. After a full day of diving in Australia's Great Barrier Reef, I found a stonefish, the most venomous fish on the planet.
That's not a joke.
The trick is to pick him up without him rolling and stabbing you. This fish is not a joke. Look at that! Deadliest fish in the world. Right here on the Barrier Reef. These fish have been known to kill people, and one this big will be particularly dangerous. The venomous parts of these dorsal fins over here that have huge venom sacs, what happens is it will use as a defense to stab into predators. So if you had to step on one of these animals, the spike would introduce the venom into your body, causing intense pain. It's an ambush predator, so it will sit, wait for food to come by. As soon as a fish swims by, opens a giant mouth, and it basically creates a vortex of negative pressure, suck the water in, and they grab it with those huge teeth. Because the Australian stonefish are so toxic, their venom provides anti-venom production extraction for stonefish and similar species all around the world. So my goal today is to get this kid in the water as quickly as possible, but before I do that, I want to get a bit of venom. I'll try a new extraction method. Researchers typically harvest stonefish venom by cutting out the glands, but that kills the fish. So I'll try to draw the fluid out directly from its venom sac. He'll be safe, but my hands will be dangerously close to those spines. What I did is stuck the needle into its venom gland and got that venom right there. I want to get the sample on ice as quickly as possible and get the fish back into the water. That worked perfectly. I have my sample, and we both survived. My mission was to find a stonefish. I never thought I'd find one this big. The large amounts of venom we were able to get from this fish will be used in life-saving anti-venom. Now that he's donated venom, I can let this little guy go on his way and can live a happy life on the Great Barrier Reef. I have everything I need from the Great Barrier Reef.